In this design challenge, you are going to build a water transport satellite. To get started, you will create a bus or container that carries the payload. And the payload is whatever cargo you are going to carry, which in this case is water.
The goal of this design challenge is to design and build a satellite that has a bus and a payload that will hold some water and that will attach to and fit inside the rocket. Then your satellite needs to be able to be tested in the rocket without leaking and without breaking.
Your satellite will need to carry a cup of water and survive a bumpy rocket ride. Your job is to make sure that the water does not leak. Let's see what tips Casey has for us on how to create our water satellite.
Two of my favorite parts of this design challenge is making sure your satellite can fit, one, into the rocket, and two, can fit onto our adapter cone. This is something that we have to think about when we're designing satellites in real life.
Great! What are other things that we need to consider?
Another thing is the water. How are you getting the water into your satellite, and how are you getting the water out of your satellite once you're done?
Think of unique ways that you can hold on to the water that you might not need a bag.
Let's ask Heidi and see what kind of prototypes she created.
So this is an example of a satellite you could build for the design challenge. So first we have a rubber band that holds down a lid. Inside the lid is a plastic bag that's going to hold your water. So the water goes in the bag, and then the bag goes in the cup. The lid goes on top for extra protection, and then the rubber band goes over the lid to make sure that the water stays inside.
Once we have created our prototype, how will we attach it to the rocket and test it?
You can take rubber bands and put them on the top and the bottom, like this one, and shake it that way. So I'll grab each end, and I'll shake it up and down. This is just like what a real satellite would go through in a rocket. After you shake it, you want to open up your container and check. Make sure there's no water inside the satellite. Make sure nothing's broken. If that works, you're good to go.
We are testing how well our satellite performs, just like Casey and Heidi test their satellites before they send them into space.
This simulates a rocket launch in pretty much the same conditions that you would see on your way to space. The shaking up and down is a lot of different forces from a lot of different directions that makes the satellite really test its limits to how strong it is.
Are you ready to make your own water transport satellite? Check out the activity on the Curiosity machine.